Here's a segment from a recent Gun Talk radio episode. You can listen to all the Gun Talk radio podcasts however you tune in, or check out guntalk.com for more. Anita's with us out of Reno, Nevada. Anita, welcome back. I'm glad that you called us back.
Hi, Tom. Yes, I called a couple of weeks ago, and I'm the lady that doesn't enjoy shooting but has a CCW, so I keep at it. And then I have a range report because you suggested to me the next time I go out to the range to stand from 3 feet away from a target. You told me not 3 yards, but 3 feet. So I went out there with my my husband and another friend, and they got me 3 feet from that target. And I'm telling you, it's a completely different experience. It feels to have that target right on top of you is a little intimidating. And so, but they had me keep my elbow in my hip or my waist so that my gun would be steady, and then they would not let me use my, I guess you call it your grip hand. You're the one that you use to keep your gun steady. And then they let me know that there would be a little bit of a blowback and the paper target burst, but it was fine. And so from there, I did that. So I did what you asked me to do. And so they explained to me that in a real life situation that could happen. I'm not going to have time to, 20 feet, 30 feet, 40 feet to get prepared. So they wanted me to do that. So from there, they had me shoot, take a step back, fire a couple more shots, take a step back, fire a couple more shots. So anyhow, just wanted to let you know that I'm keeping at it and I'm still trying. Maybe one day I'm going to be able to call you and say, hey, I'm enjoying it.
Well, you're experiencing some new things, and in your voice, I can hear you're starting to enjoy it. You may not be there yet, but now it's become interesting, hasn't it?
Yes, it is. I think they're going to put me through. I go out about once a month with them, and I think next time there's going to be 2 targets. And then shoot one target, shoot another target. But it was a very interesting experience. In fact, I had a girlfriend, a friend with me, and they had her do the same thing. And she said she had the same reaction. But they explained to us again that in real life, that could be, you're going to be face to face. And so you just need to prepare for that.
Let me ask you this, because I've done this with several people and several women recently. They all have the same reaction, and I think I'm hearing it in you too, and that is standing 3 feet from the target. When you shoot that, it's not just a shooting exercise. Now it becomes real, like, holy cow, this could be a person right here. Did you feel like all of a sudden I am in the middle of this real event, like this is how it could happen?
I did, in the sense that you're faced. Well, I'm short. In my case, I was face to chest with somebody, and before when that target is 20 feet away, you don't feel that. But when you have that target right up on you, you do feel face to face with someone. So I'm not going to call it personal because it is a target, but you feel a little bit more like it's personal. Yeah, it's right up front.
And you mentioned it, you get the blast from the muzzle blast, it hits that paper and the cardboard and comes back at you, and it's like, oh, wow, that just comes back and hits you right in the face, all that muzzle blast, and that's a different experience.
Yeah, the good thing is that my husband let me know that might happen, so just be aware of it, yes.
That's excellent. All right, I got another thing for you to try, just as long as you guys are experimenting, it sounds like you're okay with it. This one is interesting to do.
Now what?
Are you shooting? Okay, so you got your targets. They're on cardboard backers. Is that what you're doing?
That's correct.
Okay. Take an old T-shirt and pull it over the cardboard so that all you're shooting at is the T-shirt. This is what happens. This is very interesting. And you can back off. Doesn't matter. You don't have to be close. You can be further away.
Okay.
When we shoot at cardboard or paper targets, our vision focus wants to go from the gun to the target to see where the bullets are hitting, and then back to the gun, and then your focus is going back and forth. With a T-shirt on the target, you cannot see the bullet holes.
Okay. I will.
So what it does is it forces you to concentrate, to focus on the front sight, and generally you will end up shooting a little better because your vision isn't popping back and forth to the target. It's just, it's one of those interesting drills to go, oh, okay, that was interesting. Just take an old T-shirt and pull it over that cardboard.
Okay, I will try that one next time. So, and then I'll call you back and let you know how that goes, because last week you told me call you anytime, so I will.
Hey, you're welcome. I mean, we're all following your progress now. We want to know a lot more about the Anita project.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you.
Thank you, dear. You take care. Okay, that's just fun. The T-shirt deal works. There is a tendency for all of us. Oh, that reminds me. I'll tell you another story. There's a tendency for our vision to jump back and forth for the target. So when I was shooting with Kiri at the range the other day, and I'm teaching her to shoot, and she didn't have a pair of shooting glasses, so I had a pair of shooting glasses in my range bag. I gave them to her. I didn't realize at the time they were the ones that have the shooting glasses, but they had the reading glass magnifier at the top of the lens. She says, well, I'm having a little trouble here, and I figured it out. I said, oh, wait, this is great. Try this. And so I had her tilt her head down so that she's now looking through the reading glasses. The front sight became very sharp, but the target blurred out, as you might think. I said, trust it. Just focus on the front sight. Let the target blur out. Don't worry about the fact that you can't really see the target sharp. And she started shooting teeny tiny little groups because all she could focus on was the front sight. Now, and then I said, now, lift your head up, raise your nose up a little bit so you're looking through the regular part of the glasses, not the magnifiers, and still keep a hard focus on the front sight. Because the idea here is to not let your vision go out to the targets. Keep a hard focus on the front sight. That works, but it's a little bit challenging. And then, of course, we switched her over to the optic. We had the Holosun. I want to call it a red dot, but in this case, it was actually green. Doesn't really matter. And she was saying, well, how do I use this? I said, all you do with this is don't look at anything else. Just look at the target. You do not have to think about the red dot. You do not have to think about the sight. You don't have to think about rear sight, front sight, target. You don't have to think about anything other than look at the target, put this gun up, look through the sight, and when the dot or the circle, whichever you have set up on your reticle in this optic, is on the target, you will know you're there. Once again, the only thing that's left, and this is the important part, the only thing that's left is trigger press. Not trigger squeeze, not trigger pull, and for heaven's sakes, not trigger yank, because that's where we end up when we stop concentrating. The word is press. You take the slack up on the trigger, come back to the wall where you start feeling that resistance, and now you're simply going to start increasing pressure. And think of it as like, okay, I'm at a half pound, I'm at a pound, I'm at a pound and a half, I'm at 2 pounds. I'm just going to start increasing the pressure, and it will go off whenever it goes off, and I'm not going to try to make it go off at the perfect time when the sights are perfectly aligned or anything like that. Just keep increasing the pressure until the gun goes off. Once you've done that several times, you will recognize the feel. You go, oh, that's what that feels like. So it works. It does require some trust because it feels like it can't possibly work if the sights are wobbling around and I pull the trigger, press the trigger, and I'm not trying to make the sights stop or make them perfect or get the shot to go off when it's perfectly aligned. I guess all I would say was just expend some energy on it, expend some ammo on it rather. Shoot. Just don't worry about it. Just shoot. Try this as an exercise. Just go, okay, I don't think it's going to work, and I think I'm going to be stupid. I think I'm going to be all over the place, but I'm going to try it because Tom said I'm going to try it, and I should do this. What do you got to lose? Do it for one magazine's worth of ammo. Seriously, just let the sights wobble. Don't worry about them. Keep increasing the pressure. Press. And Just don't make it go off. Let it go off. Eventually, you'll be able to do that much faster, and you'll be in control and be able to shoot faster. But when you start out, that press is your friend. It's going to work.